It was freaking nerve wracking, man. Because they gave you an AK-47 and they said meet at the range in 5 minutes. Put together this kit, this loose kit in this box, and put together this AK-47. You're going what? Like what? And so like I'm looking at my buddy, he's looking at me, and we're like, well, where does this go? And so you meet at the range in 10 minutes. You barely got this thing, an AK ready, and or whatever they had you have, and then you got a qual on it, a 200-yard range qual. Well, luckily, man, on that old Texas farm, I shot and then having that Marine Corps behind me, having a lot of shooting there, but I had minimum pistol skills. But luckily, my uncle put me through this sheriff's department. He was a detective on the sheriff's department and SWAT team, and a sergeant of the SWAT team, and he actually allowed me to go through this pistol course, like this week-long, really intensive pistol course before I got to Blackwater. Or I probably wouldn't have passed because you had to be pretty dang good shot on pistol, pretty dang good shot.
Highly proficient with pretty much
highly proficient on all weapons, everything. And so I was passing everything, but I was right on the line. Everybody's right on the line. And every night, they would come in at the end of a long day. It's only 2 weeks, but it feels like forever because when you're under a lot of pressure, 2 weeks is a long time. Like when everything you do is being calculated, they're talking about you, they're writing stuff, nasty stuff about you, And so they call this guy the Angel of Death, and he would show up, and you never saw him except for one time. And they called him the Angel of Death because he would show up every night at the end of the class and read off a list of names. And if you read your name, you stood up and walked out. And that's the last time anybody ever saw you. You got in a van, they brought you to the airport, and you were done. And I was always just like, oh God, oh God, oh God.
Please not me.
And at the end of the course, they said, congratulations, you're now a Blackwater contractor. Come in. Yeah, you got the job. Well done. Come in the office. And when do you want to go? And when she said, when do you want to go? I was like, now, like today, like right now, I can eat chow. And they're like, okay, well, tomorrow we're going to fly you out to Baghdad, Iraq. And it's like my first time in Blackwater, first day. And they're going super low to the desert floor. And then right when we got to what I assume was Baghdad, Iraq, he went super high. And I guess this is an anti-surface to air missile maneuver.
There's a name for it. Yeah, but it's the way that, because it makes it really difficult for the ship to be able, or not the ship, but the plane to be able to be hit. Yeah.
And so he went super high altitude and then basically just fell out like a spiral, fell out of the sky like this, right on top. And I looked down, and my first experience seeing Baghdad was like black plumes of smoke coming from the city. It looked like hell, like Dante's Inferno, right? And so we're falling out of the sky, and all you see is this airstrip where we're going to land right below us. Just choo. And you got the throw up bags there. I mean, you felt sick and nausea, probably because of all the excitement too. And basically just land on the wing. He went right down and turned at the last moment. I mean, just spiraled out of the sky and right at the last moment. It was pretty incredible. And just turned real bankroll hard and then just kind of landed like that. And we landed. And when I got off the airplane, there was like this team, this Blackwater team, this Mad Max and Thunderdome type team, like they had long beards, dark leather skin, shotguns, AKs, PKMs, belt fed. I mean, it looked pretty badass, bro.
Yeah.
Even more badass than the SEALs when I saw them in Afghanistan. So I was like, dude, this is where I want to be. And right when we got off the plane, there were mortars that were landing really far away. Like I look back at it now, like just cringe, but they were like far away. Like you could hear boom, boom. I was super far away. Me and this dude, Bryce, we jump on the ground face first. We're like this, like crawling on the ground. They're like, get up, stupid. They're never gonna hurt you, man. Like, and we're like, oh yeah, of course, like you're trying to like be a chameleon and play the part, but that stuff is
FNG. We're with that.
FNG, bro, big time. We load up in these old these Suburbans that are up armored. They weren't up armored yet. They were thin-skinned Suburbans with a cage in the back, which was really dangerous because they could shift if you got hit or in a wreck and then lock you in there. You could burn alive. So they basically just said, lay down and shut the fuck up. You're the trunk monkey. And then we went on Route Irish and just screamed down Route Irish into the the green zone in Baghdad, Iraq. And then when we got out of the car, either me or Bryce got out first. One of us got out first. I think I got out first. And they said, "You're staying here." It's just by order of us getting out of the truck.
Yeah, whoever got out, they grabbed. Yeah.
He said, "You're staying here." And then he grabbed Bryce, this guy. And I was like, sad, man, because they split us up. He said, "You're going to Mosul." I believe it was Mosul. Well, just a couple days later, this guy gets blown out the back of his truck. He's like the trunk monkey, the new guy gets blown out. He takes a big hole right where his neck tattoo was. It was just wild, man. And I just thought, dude, I just met that guy. It's like a 50-50 chance. That would have been me. They picked me to stay in Baghdad. They sent him to Mosul. And that's how crazy it was.